Hey guys, Kenny Castor here, bringing you guys Solar Flare today. Just fresh off the top 16, brought to you by David McDarby off the Washington, D.C. Open. Just wanted to talk about the deck a little bit and let you know what's in the deck. First of all, we have our removal package, which is our 4 Supreme Verdict, 4 Azorius Charm. Basically, it just wants to let the game go out a little bit longer from not die to all the hyper-aggressive decks. Just so you can get the cards flowing and get all your big spells coming out. Basically, our engine is, we have this package. It is Forbidden Alchemy, Thought Scour, Liliana the Veil, and Augur Bolus. Augur Bolus is just finding more of the instants and sorceries that we can use to further our deck. So is Forbidden Alchemy and Thought Scour. They're really synergistic with the Lingering Souls, the Embarrow Rites, just all the flashback spells. Liliana really helps if we have like a clunkier hand with maybe a couple Embarrow Rites, a couple Angel of Serenities. You throw her down on turn 3, then you can usually put out even a turn 4 Angel of Serenity if she lives. And Augur Bolus, like I said, just helps the card flow. Moving right along, here's the Lingering Souls. These are also helping. In a lot of matchups, they can either be, the determining factor, whether you're beating them down to death, or they can be just like a speed bump. If they're, like I said, the really hyper-aggressive decks, they can also help with that. That's what makes the deck kind of flow together, is that they have the versatility there. And Barrow Rites, basically just what you want to do is like draw your deck, mill your whole deck, and then Embarrow Rites, Angel Serenity, and just like gain tons of value out of that. Triple Vindicate on a creature is just really insane right now in the format, I think, and I think that's really where you want to be at. Whether it's if it's not Embarrow Rites and it's some type of Angel Serenity deck, I do think it's very powerful right now. We have a few more creatures in here. We do have an Evil Twin. That's kind of a catch-all. Maybe if there's like a legendary, like a Geist-Saint Traft, you can kill that. You can copy their Thragtusk. You can copy a Huntmaster, although it won't flip. But you can get some life from it. Also have a couple of Obsidat. He's a very good one. Really good against the Esper mirror matches. If they're more control-ish, they're trying to mill you out with Drown Yards. He can't be sorcery speed removed. And that's what a lot of the Esper decks have. They just have like Planar Cleansing, or they have Supreme Verdict or Terminus, although you could get caught with Terminus, but it's very unlikely. The lands that we have, basically just all of our dual lands, Godless Shrine, Watery Grave, Hollow Fountain. We have a set of the Innistrad Isolated Chapels, a set of Glacial Fortress, a couple of Drowned Catacombs, our basic Swamp, just in case we get Ghost Quartered, a Vault of the Archangel, and an Nephalia Drown Yard. A couple of differences between this deck and David McDarby's deck that he did top 16 the Open with. He had a couple of Vaults, and I switched one out for a Drown Yard to see maybe we could end up milling ourselves. I don't think we're ever going to end up milling them, but it might come along. And as well as putting the second Obsidat over Grizzlebrand. I was playing this deck a little on Magic Online last night, and I ended up having to chump block with my Grizzlebrand to his Rancored Ash Zealot that got Searing Spirit. My guy got Searing Spirit. So we switched that out. Hopefully this will help a little bit. Also added the 4th Charm. All right, moving right along to the sideboard. We have quite the... I want to say they're very different cards. I'll start with a couple Planar Cleansings. Basically, I laid it out to, we've got our control, removal packages, and then we got what we were playing against control, our counter spells, the Obsidat. He's really hard to deal with, like I was saying earlier, because a lot of the decks just have only sorcery speed removal. Then here's our catch-all cards. Underworld Connections could probably go up here into that, but you also probably want it against like Jund. Purify the Grave, there's a lot of Reanimator going around, so we want to make sure that we get those covered. You might even want a third one of these instead of maybe the Sundering Growth. Pithing Needle, maybe for Drown Yard, also for Jace, but just we want to make sure while we're milling ourselves, we just don't mill our whole deck. So that's pretty much the sideboard. Rock's Faith Mender, there's Murder, just to remove the creatures, gain some life back. Faith Mender into Obzadad is ideal. Maybe even want to bring in the Obzadad against maybe some of the more mid-range-ish decks that are also only dealing with sorcery speed removal. He's just really good there, as well as like gaining the life back with the Rock's Faith Mender. So we'll see this up, see how this goes, shuffle it up a little, and hopefully we can win some games.